Welcome back to the channel. This is Valone's RC Hobby, and guys, what do I got in store for you today? Yeah, you know it. It's about goddamn time this car came in. We've been waiting for this since Christmas. They announced this around the holiday times that this was coming out. It was delayed and stuff was shipping without motors and things like that. But now it's finally here in my possession. Thank you, Maker Fire, for sending us this car to review. I can't wait to go ripping with it. And guys, WLToys is putting a name on themselves. In the past couple years, they've been putting out some hot product, super popular product that's on the internet in the RC world. You got cars like this, which is similar to the 144. This is the Take On line, 14 scale. XLF came out with their own 14 scale version that you see here. Did a review on those, and I've done speed runs on those. And then, of course, I had the 124 that came out recently, 12th scale model. Now we got the 10th scale model, and there's a ton of videos out there already on this car. I already plan on upgrading this bad boy, so I got some brushless speed coming in. I got a controller already in, and I'm tempted on changing my tires. So I'm gonna make this quick. We're gonna pop the top and know exactly what's going on here, and then we're gonna get outside. Let's get to it. Out the box. 2.4 gigahertz controller, the typical WLToys controller. Pretty damn good, I gotta say. Steering trim, throttle dual rate on there. Coming down to our manual, our plastic wrench, USB charger, Phillips head screwdriver. You got some extra ball cups here, and it looks like a couple extra screws. Two of the screws that were also in this bag put on the rear wing. Coming now over to the car. Let's pop the top. The basic layout of the car is pretty impressive. Again, this is a clone or somewhat of a replica of the LC Racing 110 scale buggy. I love the center drive line we got going on here. The drive shafts here, CVDs, big center spur gear, 22 tooth pinions, 70 tooth spur. They are metal, guys. Very, very cool. I like it. I also like the additional aluminum bracing that they got going on in the center. So yeah, very cool. You got your 550 brushed motor. You got your 2-in-1 ESC, very typical for WLToys. 2200 milliamp battery. You got your 5-wire servo here, standard servo. I think that's a 6 kg servo. So anytime you're gonna want to update the electronics on this car, say even one bit of it, you're gonna have to change pretty much everything. Steering servo area looks pretty professional, pretty good, I gotta say. Got some plastic here, but there is some metal, some aluminum. Servo saver looks good. Everything seems to be moving very nicely. And when we come to the front, we got our camber and toe linkages. They are metal as well, and they are adjustable. Aluminum shock tower, 2.5 millimeter. You got your oil-filled shocks, and the shocks feel pretty good. My main man, Hallie from 10 Scale Garage, checked the oil in these shocks, and they are up to snuff, and they were filled perfectly. Diffs, front and rear, are metal gears from what I hear. And I do hear they are lacking some grease. But for this time out, we are going to leave this the way it is on the stock run. Once I go brushless, then I'm gonna be opening up those bad boys and doing some grease. So I do like, guys, all the metal that's on this car looks pretty damn cool. Chassis is also metal, and of course you see your typical Phillips head screwdriver heads. Again, if you are going to update this car, make sure whichever screws you're going to take out, might have to put some heat on them, because WLToys likes to put a good amount of Loctite to keep these screws in. Come to the rear. Again, another aluminum shock tower, aluminum shocks, adjustable, steel dog bones, and your camber linkages as well are also steel. I do recommend adjusting the camber on this car out the box because they are a little negative, and I hear they are wearing the inside of these tires very quickly. So something to think of. All right, guys, it's time to charge up and head out. So there you have it, the first bash of my 104001. Guys, out the box, I'm pretty impressed. Wasn't too fast out the gate. I got 23 miles an hour on 2S and 34 miles an hour on 3S. All right, so 11 mile an hour difference, not too bad. But the 144, you know, out the box was 30 miles an hour. Again, 14 scale car, smaller and geared differently. So that car is gonna be faster, okay? So, but not too bad. I think this car has a lot of potential. I love the setup with the car. Drove as straight as an arrow, very well balanced. I like that a lot. Did not veer off. The steering was real good, was quick. One thing I will point out though, when I adjusted the links in the front for the toe, and when I was adjusting those links, those ball cups were popping off the linkage pretty easily too. And then I was able to pop them right back on by hand pretty easily. Usually you need like a pair of pliers to pop them on the ball. But that ball cup popped right off. And so with that in mind, when I was going out, I didn't want to jump too much or land on hard pavement or land on the gravel that I was racing around with, which I thought it did very well on gravel. It did swerve and skid a bit on the gravel. Traction did loosen up a bit, but it handled pretty good. I gotta say, I gave it a B on that one. But I wanted to try my RC ramp, but I said, you know what, let's play safe, and I'm gonna land on grass because I wanna keep this thing, I don't want anything to break, and I don't wanna have to order parts. You know, I want to do a brushless upgrade on this. I don't want to waste any time. So I landed on grass, and sure enough, those links popped off. I thought I broke the car, and I was like, oh, bummed out. But I went back, found the link in the grass, which was tough. But I did pop it right back on, again, by hand. So if you're going to do any sort of off-roading with this car, I do recommend mild off-roading, some mild jumps, smooth stuff, pack down dirt, carpet, clay, that sort of thing. I think that's what this is geared for. But I'm going to make this a speedrun car. I got a brushless motor coming in, ESC combo. I got some nice GRPs here that I want to put on. So please look forward to that. And I can't wait to jump on this. So again, thank you, Maker Fire, for sending me this car to review. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Guys, I think it's worth the buck, $160, ready to run. Great for a beginner, of course, and great for somebody getting back into the hobby. You know, I think it's a great little buggy. But guys, if you think I missed anything, you want to add to this car, what you think I should do to it, what you thought of this video, please leave it in the comment section below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this, guys. All right, please be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll be bringing you RC content like this each and every week. All right, guys, take care.